Carrying on.
There's not much else I can say. Like, so essentially the story is, Neil, it's 1976. They get caught. Spoilers, by the way. They get caught, and they get put in a maze. And there's people putting bets on who will win and who will get out the maze. Usually, no one gets out the maze. But
Okay.
yeah, that's the idea. No one gets out the maze. Like, they've done it a couple of years in a row. No one usually gets out the maze. But then they have these 5 people or whatever, and they send in all these weird things. And to start off with, it was cool. It was like, oh, this is kind of creepy. So they send in this little midget. He happens to be a Nazi. It's like, okay, kind of cool. He's really creepy, really irritating, so I don't like him. But then it just loses, like, everything just falls apart with the film. Like, every time someone dies, now, I'm not one to say, oh, I want to see loads of people get killed and it to be really horrible. However, if you're gonna show me someone die, don't have your cam.
Wookie. Ah, Chewbacca. There's this wet fuck. Oh, okay. Carry on.
Don't have your camera on a yo-yo when you show me how someone's gonna die. Because his camera was like, I don't know, it was like he put it on a ceiling fan every time someone died. It was all over the place, Neil.
But then you
I don't know what he was doing.
That's
you know how frustrating it is when you watch films and that happens?
Yes, I hate it when I watch action films and in action scenes they just edit and cut after cut after cut after cut, and you cannot really follow what's happening on the screen. That's for me just bad style.
To the point where I just started to feel dizzy, and I was like, well, this isn't nice. Like, and especially when this midget, when they actually got him, it was like, he really deserved to die. It was like, I really want to see him die, because I hate him so much, because the actor's done his job, and he's made me hate him. But then it was just like, oh, great, they've got a shaky cam. Yeah, it's just, and then he kept doing this, so he kept doing it, his, like, cut for some reason was like it was on a roll of film, so every time it would cut to the next scene, like, a roll of film would go up.
Okay.
So it kind of looked funky, but it was like, okay, it was like, I can understand this, it's kind of cool. But then he kept doing it too much, and he kept doing, like, a long pause scene in which he went and he, like, zoomed in on a character's face, which I'm not a fan of. It just got on my nerves after a while. Essentially, I'm saying this film was stupid. It was a stupid film, and it didn't need to be made. It got my hopes up, and then it crushed my dreams.
So is it objectively stupid, or can you say it might be subjectively
No, it's
stupid?
bad. It is a bad film. Niels, I went online on IMDb beforehand, and I was like, oh, I'll look at some reviews, because I want to see originally what people think about it. This has never clouded my judgment before. I mean, I fairly liked Batman vs Superman. I thought there were problems with it, but overall, I thought I enjoyed it.
After the
and I'd seen all the reviews.
I did as well. Shit.
All the reviews I'd seen were like, oh, it's terrible. However, this film, I went online, I saw bad reviews, I was like, oh no, they're wrong. I'll watch this and I'll really enjoy it. I know I will. I like the look of it. Put it on. It's like, first 20 minutes, I was like, this is really good. I'm really enjoying it. Nothing too weird's happened. It's really decent. And then it was just like, what's happening? This is just falling to pieces. I've never seen a film crumble that fast.
That sounds devastating. So, in summation, you saw a really bad movie this week. I saw a mediocre movie. How did he live? How? Why did you survive?
Yeah, I would
behind you. Oh, you're dead.
I would give that film a 2 out of 10.
A 2 out of 10 is like in your scale is like a 1 out of 10 in my scale, right?
Yeah, I would give Richard Brake's performance in that film for the stuff he got given. I would give his performance an 8 out of 10.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe an 8.5. He was fantastic. I really enjoyed watching him. If he had been on screen for longer, this film would have had a much higher review. And I think he's a very good actor, very underrated. So, it was Niels. I just don't even know what to say about this stuff. So, yeah, I can't go any further, people. If you're listening to this and you're like, I'm really excited for this film, I'm not trying to dampen your hopes at all. I really hope you enjoy it, because I hope someone does. It wasn't as good as Devil's Rejects, which I don't usually like to compare films, but I don't have anything to say about it. I don't know what else to say. It was such a disappointment.
Wow. So many hard words coming from George today.
I'm not harsh. I'm not a mean person. I don't do this. And I hate being mean about films, because it's like, look, I couldn't have made a better film.
Yeah, but I think...
You know what?
I think...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to take that back. I think maybe after seeing it, I could have made a better film, because I would have just been like, wait a minute, I'm not going to make this.
Shit, what? Barrage, alright.
So,
damn it.
Niels, final review. Let's start talking about it, because it's making me angry. 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10, your last words, your
Brake.
final words. Richard
Very
Brake,
good.
8.5 out of 10.
Very
He's
good.
a cool actor, he's a cool guy.
He's a good actor, I want to see him in more. You know what? If Jared Leto doesn't come out for the Joker, if you get a chance, Niels, go on YouTube, type in Richard Brake 31. If you can watch some of his scenes, really good. It'll make you think, you know what? Maybe we could do with someone like this. Real good.
Oh, okay. Shit, where's it coming from? Oh god. I'm getting shot at from every angle possible.
Oh, you're doing well, Niels.
Possible angle. I'm doing actually
Niels, look at my
yeah.
turn around. Look at my sweet red. Ooh, look at that.
That's a sweet red. Oh. Mandalorian Jim.
I had 1 health.
No,
so
you got away with it?
Have we run out of stuff to talk? Have we run out of stuff to talk about? Because I think that's it, isn't it?
No. Well, yes.
But, I tell you what I have got. I have got one weird news story, if anyone's interested, which I read.
Do I have to do the intro for this one weird news story?
If you don't want to do the intro for this one weird news story, you don't have to.
I don't have to, but okay. That means
I'll throw it out there anyway.
Okay.
You're a cat person.
I am definitely a cat person.
I think they're furry little serial killers that don't deserve to be owned as pets. Anyway, I read online. There was someone who got. I don't remember what mountain it was. I want to say the Himalayas. I think it was the. I think it was the Himalayas. I read. So he got lost on the mountain, and a cat suddenly appeared up there, Niels, and led him to safety.
There you go.
You hear about this?
Cats are awesome.
Cat, just came out of nowhere, led him to safety.
And just follow the cat. The cat wants to go home as well.
The cat's like, I need a ride home.
The cat, actually, because of their shitty mentality, I think the cat just did not want to help, but the cat wanted to go home. And this guy just followed the cat.
Niels, what the hell have you done to me here? I've just spawned, I've got no jetpack, and I'm on top of a spaceship. What have you done to me?
Yes! You spawned right when I flipped off this awesome spaceship right there. Damn.
Okay.
There you go.
Ayo!
There you go.
Jump. Lovely. Let's carry on back to Battlefront now. What do you think of the DLC?
Awesome.
Overall.
Like it.
You like?
I like it very much.
Okay,
I
that's
think
pretty cool.
Battlefront in general is not a bad game. I really enjoyed it. I've played lots of it.
It needs more features. That's what it needs.
Yes, definitely. There's definitely something missing from this game. Because you said Battlefront 2, I don't think that there is a next Battlefront coming out in the next 2 or 3 years, because that's not DICE and EA style. That's why I don't.
Oh no, there is. There's it's being developed.
Yes, it might be in the making, but it's not releasing in quite some time.
I thought they said it's coming out next year, and it's going to. I read online it's coming out next year. Don't take my word for it. I'm not telling anyone. I read it's coming out next year, and it's going to be based off the new trilogy, which kind of confused me because it was like Episode 9 won't even be out.
This would be. I would be very surprised, because
Yeah,
usually
so would I, actually.
I don't mind paying 130 euros for a Battlefield game. Because with all the DLCs, everyone on the internet is going nuts about 130 euros. That's ridiculous. Why would you charge me so much for a game and DLCs and what the fuck, EA? It's always been that way since Battlefield 3. It's always been the same way. And the reason why I don't mind paying so much money for this game is that I know that there will be no other game coming out in the next 3 or 4 years. Like, there has been a huge gap between Battlefield 3 and 4, Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1, and I really enjoy the Battlefield game, so I do not mind at all if they cost a little bit more, or maybe twice as much, but I know that I have content for the next 4 years that will not be replaced with a new game. So I'm basically paying 120 euros, 130 euros for a whole year, for a whole 4 years, making it 30 bucks a year or something for a perfectly fine game. So you kind of have to see it in relation.
Yeah. It's just, I think whatever you do, the problem is with video games nowadays. So many people are playing them, there's such a market for them, is whatever you do, someone is going to find a problem, or not a problem, someone is going to find a reason to moan about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
When I saw like Battlefront won't have campaign, originally my reaction was
I'm
like,
gonna leave the game and look at the features, look at the customs and stuff.
So, okay, I'll stay in. My original reaction wasn't, oh, let's everyone go after it, like, let's go right at EA and things and be like, oh, why haven't you given us this? It was like, well, okay, that happens with games now. I remember, personally, I remember thinking Titanfall. I was like, I'm pretty sure Titanfall didn't have a campaign, and I was just like, oh, okay, I can accept that as long as it's really good, which it has been decent in fairness. I've had a lot of fun with it. When it first came out, I didn't stop playing it. I really enjoyed it, and like, the only thing I wish they had done is the only thing they could have done was maybe had more in this DLC. But it's not really a necessity. It's just like, it would have been nice if there was a few extra maps or more stuff.
Yeah.
If they had incorporated the original trilogy with the prequel trilogy, I don't think they would have had a problem. If this game had been quite a bit bigger, and you had the prequels in here as well, I don't think they would have ever had a problem. I don't think people would have moaned, because I think it would have been like, well, we've satisfied you for the moment.
Yeah? Yeah.
What are you laughing at, Niels? What are you looking at?
Nothing.
What are you looking at?
I'm actually not looking... well, okay, to be fair, Jabba looks kind of stupid. He looks really gross. It's just... oh.
Jabba looks kind of gross.
He looks gross. He looks very gross. Gross.
I like the fact that when you go on there, it's like dun 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 dun, dun, and it's like it has the weird little cantina little like riff.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, lovely. It's here all night, everybody. It's difficult. I don't really understand why they're not doing the prequels, and it kind of annoys me because I'm an outright Star Wars fan. I know the prequels aren't very good, but to me they create a bigger story, so that's what's more important.
Okay.
But I don't really understand why they would go and jump and just do the next trilogy when it's not even complete yet. If they are going to do another Battlefront, surely it would make sense to do the prequels.
It would definitely make sense.
Like,
I mean,
don't get me wrong.
The newest movie is the 3rd highest grossing movie ever, so yes, it would make sense.
Yeah, do you know what? Don't get me wrong. I want to be walking through a battlefield and chopping people down as Kylo Ren as much as anyone. However, don't you think it seems a little silly when we haven't even developed this story yet? We haven't even seen where it's going?
Oh.
Like,
actually it does, yeah.
For all we know, he turns into a good guy next film. And
he might. He might. Okay, let's. Do you think he does?
But I had this conversation with my brother, and my brother reckons, or not much my brother, my whole family reckons, that he's gone too far. They reckon that he can't come back from killing Han Solo. But then my thing is, what if Han Solo did want him to kill him? Because he was like, you need to understand everything, to put things into perspective, like what you've gone to.
It would make sense, yes, and topping killing his father, and Kylo Ren is definitely turning against Snoke. Snoke?
Yeah,
Snoke?
he actually says at one point, it's the opposite effect, isn't it? He says at one point, I can feel a light calling me. So it's like, it's the opposite to when people go to the dark side, like Anakin did. It's going to be the other way around. It's going to be like, he started out in the dark side pretty young, and it's going to be like, oh, now when he's gotten older, he's gone to the light.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I want to see a cross-guard green lightsaber. It would be awesome. I really want to see it. It'll be really cool if they do it.
I mean, red looks fantastic as well. Purple, oh, but he's not black enough for purple as a sword.
Classic. Actually, recently online, I've been looking online, people are like, Mace Windu, Snoke. It's like, I don't think he is, guys. It's like, I think you need to let this one go. I think Mace Windu died.
I love those kind of quote-unquote conspiracy theories. They're very entertaining. Very entertaining.
They are good. I always watch them when I see them on YouTube. I'm always like, I've got to look at this just to see what people are talking about.
Some of them get your brain going. Like, is this really? That makes sense. Why does it make sense to me?
Yeah, but some of them I feel like they make a Star Wars film, and then, like, I think it's Rian Johnson who's helming the next one. Who's helming at the helm of the next one? Who's directing the next one? I feel like they're all sat there in a studio like, let's see what ideas these fans give us now. They haven't even decided what they're making. They're just like, we're going to take their best ideas and we're going to use them.
That's actually a pretty awesome idea. I mean,
could you imagine if that was
the case? I would
the
at
case?
least give them a chance.
Well, gee, I remember for months building up to The Force Awakens, them saying that Kylo Ren was Luke. And they were like, and Adam Driver isn't even in the film. They were like, it's going to be Luke. Adam Driver's just a cover. And it's like, well, I remember thinking when I saw it, they're like, that's pretty uncool, isn't it? If they're like, oh, we're going to put you on the label of it, but you're not actually going to be in the movie. Could you imagine if that had been the case?
I mean, as long as I've been paid for it, I don't think that I would really mind.
Adam Driver's just like, well, I kind of want to be in Star Wars.
Yes.
But anyways, we get closer to Rogue One, we're gonna have to start talking a bit more about this. Well, we could do a whole podcast on it, couldn't we? At some point.
At some point, yeah.
Closer to Rogue One, though. I say a couple of weeks, maybe first December. We'll try and dedicate a parts of our podcast in December. If we're still doing it by December, we'll try and dedicate parts of it to Rogue One, shall we?
We can we can try. I mean, if we will actually be able to pull it off. Wow! This diorama has changed a lot. Okay.
Yeah, lots of new features. I've noticed with this update, they've changed lots of little things. I think it's a good thing.
I definitely think it's a good thing.
Okay, I'm definitely leaving this game now to come and have a look at stuff with you. I'm getting killed too many times.
But I think your footage might be so much more interesting than mine. I was just looking at my diorama and stuff, and at the loading screen for some time. So I think it's a good time to end this podcast. It is a good time to end this podcast. Things to say. No, and even the English language is leaving me now. So
you can. I did the opening for this podcast. You can do the end of it.
So I should give the quack quack.
You can give the quack quack.
I can give the quack quack
anyway.
Okay, guys, leave us something in the comments below. Give us your idea about Magnificent 7. I think more people will see Magnificent 7 than 31, to be honest. So, but you can leave us something on 31
as well. Tell me how much you hate it.
Tell George how much you hate it. Make his day better. Just brighten up his day by saying, "Well, George, I'm completely on your side." Make Little Duck Ninja happy. That's the one thing we want from you. Tell him how much you disliked 31.
Tell us something if you watch
Until-
the video.
Until then, we'll see you guys at the next weekly quacker, or either some other video. Who knows? Who knows? So guys, quack quack.
Quack quack.